Welcome to episode 10.
10.
Double digits. We have made it to episode 10 on the What Are We Thinking podcast.
Are you going to take me out on a date?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. This is our
anniversary
dinner. This is going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be an anniversary
It is
dinner,
our anniversary
right.
dinner brought to you by Bear Fitness Nutrition.
Are you getting paid to say that?
No, I'm not paid to say that at all. I don't even know if it's the right title. It's Bear Performance Nutrition.
Awesome.
Nick
Bear Fitness.
Yep. If you
get
want
sued by
to
me.
buy some of those products, you can go to the website and go to my code that I don't have yet, and actually get get a discount of 0%.
Type in my code. I'll get 10% on whatever you buy.
Yes.
Are you into pyramid schemes right now?
Yes.
Can't wait to be Josh's downline.
You actually don't have to go to the website. I can get you in. You can be in my downline, and we can hook you up. And not only will you get a great product at a cheaper price, we also make money. So you
Perfect.
can make extra money from home. You don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job. You can just work from the house.
That sounds super practiced.
You just make 3 posts on Facebook every single week, and I guarantee you $400 a week.
Yes, guaranteed.
No parties
This
needed.
podcast alone is going to give me $500 one episode.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't even know
I'm
how that
sure.
works.
Hey, subscribe. Hey, while you're subscribing to his thing, be sure to subscribe, review, like, comment,
Yes.
share this podcast right now. Hey, today before we even jump in, because this is going to be a little bit different. Normally, we go through a couple things and we talk and then we introduce our guests. But today, Josh, introduce our guest for everybody.
So, we have a man in our midst who is multi-business owner, has so many things going on in this town. He's a native of McKenzie, Tennessee, likes horseback riding, and likes to draw. Mark Anderson. I'm not talking about Big Mark Anderson. I'm talking about Big Mark Anderson's son, the Mark Anderson,
Junior.
the future.
Some call Little Mark.
Little Mark.
Little Mark, dude. Let's go.
And let's get something correct. It's not drawing, it's watercolors, by the way. And
He's got
it's-
kids, so he just steals there.
It's bronc riding, not horseback riding. Okay, let's get
Wow.
a few things straight.
Man, that's manly
Do
stuff.
you
right
really
there.
ride Broncos?
No,
oh, I
not
was
at all.
like, dude,
No, it's
I
all
already
made
thought
up.
you were super cool, but
Yeah.
whoa, you're
Also part of our multi-level marketing
You're
scheme.
in the rodeo as well. That's amazing.
Prestige worldwide.
Prestige.
Well, Mark started out today. How's your week been?
It's actually been super busy. Work has been great. It's started off on a low note, but it has been picking up this week.
Good.
So I'm excited to be here. It's been a few days since I was asked, and I've been anticipating it all week. So
Man, we're so glad you're
Looking
on here,
forward to
Mark.
We have 2, and I don't want to give anyone credit for this, but it was my idea to have you on here, not Josh's.
Yes.
thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
No problem. No, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Josh,
It is
how's your
what
week,
it
dude?
is. Oh, me. Week's been great. My wife's been gone. That sucks.
Wow. Oh, I was about to say, that is not
No,
a great way to
no,
intro that.
it's-
Week's been great. Wife's been gone.
No.
It has been great. I'm going to hang out with my son. My 6-year-old. Has been a lot of bonding time for me and the 6-year-old.
Bonding.
Yes, that's what you call it
Uh-huh.
when you have to be alone with your kids.
Yeah.
Call it bonding time.
And put on pants.
Yes. So she's been gone. She comes back in tonight, though. I'm excited about that.
Cool.
Just for my wife to be home. It's always a little more stressful when she's gone because there's just nobody there. She does a
Right.
lot of stuff around her house, so it's just been up to me. But it has been fun with him. We've had a good time. Went to Dairy Queen last night.
That's the
and
place.
I had the animal cookie blizzard.
It's amazing.
Cool.
My
So
wife's
good.
eaten it
So
twice
good.
now
Oh.
since it's come out.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
man. Oh, I just started punching my window. Like, it was just one of those experiences.
No,
I was like,
seriously, I tell people all the time, when Sam and I moved back to this area, what we didn't realize was going to be one of the kickers. The best parts about it
Blizzard of the
was like inheriting a Dairy Queen. When you've been without Dairy Queen for 7 or 8 years,
Yeah.
you don't realize. I used to live down the road from a Dairy Queen. I was a very fat child. I used to be able to tell you exactly how much a foot-long chili cheese coney in a Blizzard costs. I would bring
Yeah.
exact change. And so I grew up to where I could walk to one. And then when I moved away, I didn't have a Dairy Queen for 8 years. And so when we moved back, it seems like just a couple months ago, we started going to Dairy Queen for the first time again. And it's been like a whirlwind of joy getting to go
Yes.
and enjoy. Blizzards are the best. They do
are.
not compare to Sonic. They do not
They're
compare
better than
to
Blast.
a McFlurry.
yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
DQ Blizzards are
Nobody buys McFlurries.
insane. Well,
Unless you want that weird.
I buy McFlurries sometimes, but
Unless
not
you want the,
anymore.
like weird spoon, fat straw. I don't know what it is.
I've never
I'm
understood.
confused by it.
What
I just
is
eat it with my
it?
hands.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
don't get it. That's why I don't buy them. Like
No.
it's just
The
it's too
spoon?
weird for me.
it's awkward.
It is awkward.
It's the spoon.
But the animal cookies are not just animal cookies; they're frosted
Uh-huh.
animal cookies. Like
And they're amazing.
that's a whole new level.
Yeah.
It is.
Like I've actually eaten 2 tubs of animal cookies here at church.
What
here.
you guys you seriously do not understand is how many animal cookies this man eats daily. Our poor kids are left without on Sundays.
Hey, I haven't had any in
because
2
of
months.
Josh. Well, he's been cutting for the last 2. But
Yeah.
during quarantine, this guy would
Yeah.
come in here and just eat his sorrows away.
He was on the ball.
Get all the animal cookies from all of
Animal
our
cookies.
children who weren't here for 3 months, and then they show up expecting animal cookies, and where are they? Nowhere to be found because Josh stole them.
He was on a bulk.
Yeah, and that was a lot of calories. But
Yeah.
they were good.
And he's got biceps now because of
They
that.
were. They
so.
were really.
Just look at him.
Really
It's the
good.
animal
Did you look
cookie.
at that?
So anyway, we ate Dairy Queen last night. That was our big meal. We actually had Sonic the night before. He asked for Sonic yesterday, and I was like, no, I can't do it 2 days in a row.
No.
Like anything but that. We actually went to Mallard's in Huntington.
Okay.
Even though I knew they were going to be closed because I saw the sign a few days ago. It said closed July 4th through the 7th. I forgot. I told my kids, hey, let's go to Mallard's. And we went to Mallard's, and they were closed.
That's a really pathetic substitute from Mallards to Sonic.
Oh, it's bad.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it is bad. Because you know what you're getting at Sonic.
No, it's like,
You know the taste before you ever.
yeah.
I mean, it's
You
all.
know what? You can smell Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, you bring Sonic into my house, I'm going to be able to say,
Sonic.
which one's Sonic?
That's
Yeah.
Sonic.
Mhm. Promise.
How was your week?
Dude, week's been, when I say amazing, it's only amazing compared to other weeks that haven't been as amazing.
Right.
So this week's been awesome. For the first time in my pastoring career, I almost wrote the entire sermon yesterday. That is never a thing. And
Wow.
you know that, and maybe our listeners don't know that's a thing, but if I take a day off, which every week, it's not even a day off, it's a day where I stay at home to quarantine myself from the possibility of somebody walking in and talking to me for 2
Right.
hours. I take a day to write the sermon. I almost never make great headway on that day because I'm still trying to really think my way through it and get all my content.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's usually the next day where I end up making headway. And then by Friday afternoon or so, I'll
Right.
finish it up. I've almost finished my sermon. I'll finish it before I leave the church today, which is I will not just finish the sermon. I will clean it. Like the rough draft will be done. The final draft will be done. That has never happened since I have been a pastor at this church. And one of the big reasons that's happening this week is because I have to also write a sermon on Friday. So I had to get really intentional with it. But it's been cool. I've been helped a lot by this book that I've been reading called The 4-8 Principle that deals with Philippians 4:8. And so I'm so excited to preach
That's
these
good.
sermons.
This
The
is
next
gonna
3
be good.
weeks are going to be
Lot
so
of
much
meat.
fun. It's going to be great. But it's just super encouraging getting to do that. And the reason I'm having to write 2 sermons this week is because I'm going on vacation next week. So that's another reason this week's been so freaking awesome is because, man, I'm just being productive, but I know I have that expectation. I get to go on vacation. So yeah, I'm pumped. Obviously, I'm wearing a cutoff T-shirt today because this weekend is also Rep Your Team day at church, and so I just got done shooting a video for that. So if you guys are watching on YouTube and
The pipes.
you're getting distracted by these arms,
shoulders.
I apologize in advance. But
Hope there's a plumber on standby.
but it's been so far it's been really legitimately one of the best weeks in recent memories.
That's
for me.
good.
So
And if this is too much, go to audio. If you can't handle the video, just
yeah,
go
we
to
have
audio.
we actually have a podcast. This isn't- so you're welcome to watch that, but you might want to watch the video today since we're going to be celebrating our anniversary.
strong
dinner.
greens, strong green
Uh,
dinner.
So yeah, it's been good though. You want to jump into some headlines real quick?
Man, let's hit some
Mark,
headlines.
I
I'm
want your
excited.
input in these
Yeah.
headlines. Okay, these
Okay.
are great. These are a little out of the norm. Frankly, I'm so tired of talking about COVID-19 and other
Same.
political things
Yes.
that just
Yes.
tend to make me sad or anxious. So we're going to talk about some different things today. So first off, in the name of me wearing this Memphis Grizzlies basketball jersey, Skip Bayless, Kenny Smith ranked LeBron as the 10th best player in the league
I don't know about
right
that.
now.
Current?
Currently, as far as I know, and Skip Bayless says that Kenny Smith isn't far off the mark. Where do you guys land with that?
Well, Skip Bayless is a Vandy grad, so he's dumb anyway. Like, I don't-
Awesome.
Yeah,
This coming from
so-
a true Tennessee Volunteer.
That's right. He's a Vandy fan, so we don't. His stock, putting stock into what he says just doesn't
Right.
make any sense. I don't even. I get LeBron's older, but he still dominates
He's
a game.
monster.
He is still.
Yes.
Yes.
Still.
He belongs on Space Jam.
Yeah.
He's a monster in real life.
He should
He
be
really
on
is.
Space Jam.
Mark, what are your
Listen.
thoughts on LeBron?
I think both of them are way off the mark.
Okay.
I really think.
Where do you think
that's-
he lands? Like 2 or 3 or somewhere in the middle?
in
Number one?
current in the league? I mean, he's always in contention of who's the best, who's the GOAT, who's the best to
yeah,
ever play.
yeah.
And you have a pyramid of people that will say Jordan.
Of
You have
course.
a pyramid of people that will say LeBron. And I mean, if
That's a
he's not
pyramid
at least number one or number two current,
Yeah, how do you fit in? Which
I mean, how do you say he's the GOAT if he's not at least top 1, 2 right now?
yeah,
You know?
yeah. So I agree with you. I don't know. I mean, gosh, I
Kenny
know there's some
Smith.
great
Where
players.
Where did that come from?
But who in
Like,
the world puts LeBron at 10th best player in the current league?
I want to
just
see
don't-
the.
I
I
can't
want to see the
handle
first
that.
9.
I know, but I mean, I know who they'll be. They'll be Giannis and Kawhi Leonard and some guys like that. But I'm just like, I just can't see that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, number 2. You guys really appreciate this one. Kim Kardashian goes back to brunette 1 week after dyeing her hair red as she steps out in LA. How do you guys feel about Kim going right back to brunette?
I'm so proud
1
of her.
week.
Like, way to go, Kim.
That's
Like,
bravery. That's bravery.
That
at its
is. It took a lot. Me too.
No.
It's like the Me Too movement. Man. Way to go, Kim. Way to be brave.
I'm a brunette
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
am I included in that?
Does she deserve an award for this at some point, maybe in the year?
No
Statue?
Yeah.
A statue.
A statue.
With our current
soon?
current loss of so many statues, why not erect one of Kim
Replacement statue?
Kardashian?
Yes.
One of
Yeah,
just Kim
sure.
K.
That'd be great. All right, well, moving on to headline number 3. Let's go. It says, and Josh, I'm sure both of you would agree with this, but it says, why Apple AirPods are the best wireless earbuds of 2020. Where do we stand on
The new ones?
Are they? Yes, I suppose.
Are they?
It just for random wear, probably. I don't have the new ones. I have the older ones,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't run in them because they fall out of my
Fall
ear.
out.
So I have like some cheaper ones I use that are wireless that do the same job for me. But I enjoy them when I'm doing other stuff, just sitting, like I'm not being active. But I don't know.
Where you could potentially, just wear ones with wires in them and it not even matter.
I know,
Yeah.
but like I hate wires. Like
I got you.
I hate it. I hate feeling them on my neck. Like, and my ears are weird. Like I think one of them's different size than the other. So like on the inside, so it's always weird about headphones
Same.
ever fitting.
When you're running and you're listening to music, does it ever feel like one of your ears, like your headphones, is always staticky on one side, or is that just me?
I think it's always.
Mine always. I always had to adjust just constantly. Like even the
Yeah.
ones that I have that wrap around my ears, like I'm having like because they just nothing fits my ear. I try all the
Yeah.
little pieces,
Yeah.
and like
It
nothing.
never feels right.
Nope.
Yeah, when
Well-
you're standing still, it's okay. Yeah, they're going to stay in your ear, but once you move,
Yeah, when you turn your head, it's like you just
like-
fall out. It's
there's
like,
a
what's wrong with my
4.5
ears?
earthquake just shook.
These people in these commercials that run in AirPods,
lie.
I'm like, I hate you.
It's a lie.
Ridiculous. They can't do that.
I don't have AirPods because
You have perfect ears.
the only I don't have perfect ears, but the only time I even wear earbuds, I don't listen to like random music while I'm walking through the store or something. I don't know.
No, I don't either.
The only time I ever wear earbuds would be if I'm working out, and so I know AirPods are not going to be my thing because they're going to fall out. So I have the kind that wrap around my ear, and I never worry about them falling off. But it feels like every single pair of headphones that I've ever gotten,
Yeah.
in one of my ears, they will always sound like they're like going out or something, and then it's like I stop moving and suddenly they don't sound like that. I don't know if it's like my own ear going in and out and it makes it sound like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I clearly I do not have the perfect ears.
I don't either.
So
I use them a lot when I'm on the phone, though. I will say that. Like, I do enjoy
Yeah.
that. I can do other things.
you don't have to put your phone up to your.
Yeah, I don't have to put my phone up
Yeah,
there. I hate holding my phone.
I'm on the phone.
I don't know why I've become that way, but I literally hate holding my phone to my ear.
Dude,
Like,
same.
I like using the one like telemarketers use, like the one with the little mic out front and the full.
The one-
the full going over.
It's the
your
most.
head.
It's the most comfortable.
like a gamer mic.
my favorite's the one that truckers use. Like when you see,
Absolutely.
you see them walking around, they have this big. They have this.
Yes,
actually.
Plantronics. Plantronics 8930.
You know, I
Like, when
started.
was that made? 1998.
You go to Pilot gas station, you see them on the shelf.
Do you remember your? Do you remember your first Bluetooth like speaker kind of thing that you could
Yes.
do that with? What?
Yes.
Why did you get it? Tell me.
I started working at Verizon,
Yes.
and
Did you cell phones better? Did you cell phone better?
See.
that wasn't even a joke.
See,
I don't even.
I had
know
the what was it, Jabra?
Yeah. Jabra,
Jabra.
Plantronics.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I had a
yes.
Samsung one. I think.
I had
Did
the
you
Jabra.
wear it because you needed it, or did you wear it because you wanted to look the part?
Ooh.
I didn't wear it in the store. I wore it in the car, like
Okay.
on the way home,
Okay.
or on the way to work as I was driving.
So
I
you
was
could-
not that guy.
So you could make your drug
No.
deals and stuff.
See, yeah.
Because I feel like drug dealers always
yeah.
have.
I only wore it when I wore my beeper. Only when I had my beeper.
A beeper.
And your big sunglasses.
I'm not-
Yeah.
Is there a phone bank around here? I'm not getting a sig on my
My
beeper.
prepaid card.
Yeah. Oh.
My cell phone
See,
card.
Josh worked for Verizon. I worked for AT&T.
Yeah.
Is that where you guys met?
No. Well,
rival
It was
stores just
right,
cussing
yeah.
each other.
Screw you, AT&T.
We're just about throwing tomatoes at the window.
we were like standing out in parking lots out in front of our stores, like shooting, like throwing things. But no, I would wear mine and not like it wasn't even turned on.
So you wore it for the appearance.
I did
Be
it. I
honest.
did it for the sale.
Yeah,
You know, like-
absolutely.
Oh, that's
Because you
good.
look legit.
SALE sale,
Yeah.
not the cell phone. But
Wow.
yeah, it was. I didn't. Even, I hated them. Like couldn't stand them. I still don't like them.
You know,
It was only one ear, and it was really weird. It
Yeah.
felt weird.
It
in
was
your-
awkward.
Yeah, it was awkward.
the first one that I got, I was in. I was a sophomore in high school, and it was not for appearance at all. It was because I hated talking on the phone with my girlfriend at the time. And so instead of, I know.
Well, it's always a long. Those are
It's
long
all, and
conversations.
then you have to do it every night, and it's like you always have to
Yeah.
talk for like 30 or 45 minutes. Because
No,
if you don't, you're a
no,
bad
you
boyfriend.
hang up. No,
And
you
so
hang up.
What I started doing to like satisfy her need to talk on the phone, but like not even talk the whole time because half the time you're not even. It's so weird. High school relationships still irk me, but what I did, and I felt like I was a I literally felt like a genius when I thought about this. I just got the cheapest Bluetooth speaker I could find. I hooked it up to my phone. And so instead of just having to lay around and talk to her, I would play NBA 2K the whole time. Back
Yes.
then it was NBA Live. And I would just so enjoy myself because I loved playing that way more than I like talking on the
That's a
phone.
pretty
with
good
my
call.
girlfriend. So I would play that and just let her do all the talking and just, yep, mm-hmm.
An
Oh, so
innovator.
true.
And that's where we learn to auto respond.
That's exactly that is. It is. So I
in a
always
meeting,
thought I was
I'll
a
call you
genius.
back. I love that text ability to be able to do that. When somebody calls, be like, "I'm in a meeting."
Yes.
I'll call you when I
Yes.
get done.
It's my
that
Something
is
like
a
that.
great.
Josh has Do Not Disturb, and it's always so funny when I text him because it's like now I feel like I know little secrets about his life because it'll be like, I'm driving. I will respond when I'm done driving.
It's automatic. If I'm in my car, my phone just does
It's
it.
cool,
I didn't turn
yeah.
it off. I left it on. So
I think it's
I guess,
cool.
and it's not. It wasn't intentional. I just don't ever turn that off. It's kind of like my ringback tone. I didn't buy anymore, so it's the classical music song,
Absolutely.
and it sucks. Everybody hates it.
I have never, literally in the last 7-8 years, I haven't heard a different ringback tone than that. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I used to think
it's so bad.
I used to
Still
think it was
bad.
cool. I used to think ringback tones were cool, and so I bought
Yeah.
some, and they only last a year, and then you got to rebuy them or whatever.
Do
But
people still do that? I didn't even know if that was a thing.
Yeah, I called somebody here recently that had Shinedown Simple Man, the acoustic
Stop.
version, very specific.
They
as their
actually had a
ringback
ringback
Yeah,
tone.
it was
Yeah.
amazing.
you should never call
I was
them
like, I'd
again.
forgotten about this song.
I didn't know that those existed still.
Is
anyways.
Shinedown still a thing?
Probably not.
Not in my library.
If you're having to ask if they're still a thing, I'm thinking they're not still a
Yeah.
thing. Do you want to go ahead and hit our Stop It segment?
Yep.
today.
This is all you,
I
man.
hope you're ready for this one, Josh, because just know in advance, me and Mark, we love you and we love your wife. Our Stop It segment
My amazing
today
wife.
is very specific, and I'll just get into it. So today I'm just asking people to kindly stop using shared Facebook accounts
Stop
with your spouse. Mainly because, well, there's a couple of reasons. One being I never know who I'm actually talking to. Who
Yes.
posted this? It's a picture of the family, and it's like you got all these exclamation points and these little heart emojis, and I'm thinking, did Josh post this? Because
You
if
know I didn't
so,
post that.
probably not. But who knows? He could.
I thought your middle name was Alicia.
It's Josh Alicia Crawford.
I thought that's how it worked. Like he's really formal. He's got his full name on here. That's really nice. And then I met his wife, and I was like, oh, her name's Alicia
I
too.
get-
Damn, he has the same.
Josh Alicia Crawford and Alicia. I don't know Alicia's middle name, Crawford. So that's like my first thing with it. My second thing with it, and I know this is not why you guys have it, but historically in Christian culture, okay, and I know this doesn't work for everybody, but historically, when someone has a shared Facebook account, it's because they had severe marriage problems that were related back to potentially Facebook at some point.
Right.
So they get the shared Facebook account, and then it's like, so is this weird to assume that maybe they can't have separate accounts because somebody else was like messaging somebody off of the account? And I know that's not how it is for you guys, but like maybe I don't know.
We know who
I'll say
controls that
this
account.
though: I have gotten messages from people before, like from my past, like high school type things, or like friend requests.
And she got this. She
So like
was
she
filled
was
in
like,
on it.
it was a good conversation.
Right.
And we were like, I was like, no, that's not a good idea. We don't need to be friends with that person. And instead of it just being me by myself,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it.
I think that's good not good for everyone, and it's different for everybody. I do know a guy actually that has Chris Garrow. I'm going to call you out right now. So when you listen to this,
Awesome.
he has one. he has one that says Chris and Jessica Garrow, and then his wife has one that says Jessica Garrow. So like,
Yeah.
his account has both their
I-
names.
What?
And her account
There-
is just his name.
So
Why?
there's a Facebook admin for his page. It's his wife. It's his wife. She controls the photos.
So Chris,
everything
we're
that
gonna
goes through.
maybe you can answer that question. But
Why?
I don't know. And so
I have a few friends like that. It's
yeah.
okay.
I get the wisdom, I guess, behind that.
my
But we
wife
could
doesn't-
always have
my wife didn't want
conversations.
her own for a long time. She was like, she just signed into mine all the time.
Got you.
I was like, I'm just gonna put your name on it. She's like, okay, but like I'm never gonna post anything. And sometimes she will. Like the other day, for instance, somebody had a birthday, and I posted "Happy Birthday" in the comments. Then like 20 minutes later, she posted it again, and he said, "Thanks again." And so
That's awesome.
and so when so anyway,
Alicia.
yeah. So I told him, I said, I'm sorry, my wife didn't see that I posted, I guess, and so she posted. So you run into like awkward, funny, like little
That
things
is
like
funny.
But-
That's great. Sometimes when I tag you, I will, not because I don't love Alicia, but I will like,
Yeah,
you can
put
go
that-
in there and you
yes,
can
you
take the
can.
Alicia part out
Yeah.
because I want
Yeah.
people to know, like,
Yeah,
that's
fine.
Josh.
Yeah, it's-
so.
it is what it is. I don't know. I guess we're just that I'm 40 now, so I don't really care what people think anymore.
Well, if you
So-
don't care what people think, then keep your shared Facebook account.
I'm a man.
If not,
40.
I'm a man.
let people know who's commenting on
your
birthday posts.
Yep.
So
So if a girl's like posting a picture of like her in her bathing suit, and it's like, oh, that's so cute, that is not me.
Yeah. Josh, you look
PSA.
phenomenal. You look
Josh is
phenomenal.
not complimenting your bathing suit, but what if
Yeah.
it's me?
Well,
Alex, man, nice pecs.
yeah.
What if it?
It's
I'm
probably.
assuming it's Josh. Josh is not going to say that to me on any of my posts, just in case anyone's wondering. But
I might now.
He might.
I guess he
Yeah.
might now.
Yeah, I might now.
That'll
Now
probably
that
be
we've cleared the
a
air,
no
now that we
comment.
know where everybody's at and what everybody's saying,
I'm
who's
comfortable
saying
with
what, I think I'm
myself.
okay with that.
Yeah, people are talking about you. I'm just kidding.
You
No,
gotta hype people up. You gotta hype people up.
Oh, that's good. That's funny. But yeah, I get it. It's not for everybody. But
Have you already been drinking that green stuff?
yeah, bro, I'm almost done.
What during this thing?
Yeah.
What?
he
when
drinks
did
it.
that-
It's like for fun.
I
This
didn't even get the green light on this.
look
man.
at this.
What
What is this, dude?
Shake it.
Someone mowed their
Shake
lawn
weight.
and tossed it in my water.
I need this and a shake weight. I'm gonna be toned for summer.
shake weights. Talk about the most awkward commercials.
Stop it.
Stop with the shake weight commercials because no one can take those seriously.
It's like the Gazelle or whatever it was called. Tony Little,
yes,
long curly hair.
horrible.
And it's still like he wears a hat because we know
All
there's
that
nothing
hair.
on top. There's nothing north. It's
You
all
sure?
going south.
Dude, that's
He's
a
got
lot
long
of
pony-
hair.
He's got a long ponytail.
Because man, if there's
You
nothing up
think he
top, man, that
only
is
has
like,
a ponytail?
He's Hulk Hogan.
It's like
That's so
bald with a
God.
like an
He's
ultimate
got some
rat
thick
tail.
hair, bro. That is
Yeah.
some thick curls.
Yo, that stuff you still see around here. I was sitting at the grind the other day, a public place, and a guy walked in with a shaved head and a ponytail. I was like, that's weird. Has that ever been cool? I don't know. That's just strange to
It's
me.
cool.
Did
in
you
his
just come
world.
out of Lord of the Rings?
It's
Like, where'd
cool
you
in-
come from?
It's cool in his world.
I mean,
yeah.
I have so many things I'm not going to say. I don't want to offend
little D&D.
anybody.
Or
If you
his
wanna know what I was gonna
orc
say,
has the
just
same
ask me.
haircut. Like his orc or elf.
Yeah.
Elfin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an elf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
has the same
except they're-
haircut.
Except they're not bald.
he's really good at bows and arrows.
It's still
Yeah.
weird. It's weird. Don't
My
be
knife
bald.
throwing skills
Don't
are
be bald with a
superior.
ponytail. What does that look like when it's not in the ponytail?
Bad. Way worse than what it looks like with a ponytail.
It's like out everywhere.
yeah, it's called I'm a pedophile. I mean, it's
How do you wash that? I don't know. It's just very strange looking. Are we ready to
Do it.
to
Come
try
on.
this? I haven't
Okay.
tried it.
How much do we have to drink of this?
just drink it. It's good.
Remind them what this is real quick.
This is called Strong Greens. It's Bear Performance Nutrition. Nick Bear. You can look him up on Instagram. Check him out. Dude's a beast.
Yeah.
He runs a sub 5-minute mile and he weighs 194 pounds. He's 6 foot tall.
Jeez.
He's a monster.
He is
That's
a monster. And he's
insane.
super fast.
It's almost like
And,
me.
yeah, he's
Well, it tastes like sweet, fresh mowed grass.
yeah. It's lemon, naturally flavored lemon.
That's what I was saying.
lemongrass.
It's a lemon.
Oh.
Lemongrass.
It's lemon. If
Lemongrass.
it wasn't green, if my eyes were closed, I wouldn't know that this was green.
yeah.
It's lemony.
I can't taste color.
It's good though. I enjoyed it yesterday. It's my first time to have it.
The initial taste I don't like. The aftertaste actually
Yeah.
is what I do like.
It does have a hint of lemon.
When have you ever said that
does.
about something? I don't like the initial taste.
Most
but
time
the
aftertaste sucks.
is-
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's true.
The
At least she
initial
gave you something good at the end.
aftertaste isn't
Cabbage.
too bad in this.
That smells like a fart.
Before we started this,
Or Brussels sprouts.
Mark said it
Hey.
smells like an old. What'd you say?
It smells like an old Sour Patch Kid.
Which my first thought is what?
How do you get? That's very specific.
When
I
was the last
know.
time you smelled an old Sour Patch Kid?
I mean, it's been a minute.
I guess you have kids,
But I love Sour Patch Kids.
Me
It
too.
turns
By the way.
into a Garbage Pail Kid.
Ooh,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah, there
that's
you
right.
go. The stickers.
I'm not even old
Ugh.
enough to know what Garbage Pail Kid
You
is.
Dude.
immediately look at him and want to vomit.
Those were legit when I was a kid.
Weren't those scratch and sniff? I think there was some.
There might have been. I just remember
Ugh.
the stickers.
The only things I scratch and sniff now are like the little Febreze things at the store when you go
Yeah.
to see what they're gonna smell, and you're like, and then I wonder how many other people's noses
Yeah.
have been up to
Have
this.
you-
That's where
Are you
COVID-19
the- are you
started.
the
That's
first to
actually
scratch
where
and
it,
sniff.
that's actually where it spreads in Walmart is the scratch and sniff Febreze section. Don't do that.
Nobody's ever gotten sick at Walmart. Name one person you've heard on the news that got sick at Walmart. Nobody. They're not gonna. Nobody's gonna
How could
publish
they
that.
know? It
Can't
takes-
stop drinking this stuff, but it's not great.
It's
Like I feel like
I
it's going to be
can't
helpful.
Stop drinking it. That's the thing. I have no problem.
I know you've ruined my intermittent fasting for the day.
10 calories.
Yeah, keto.
Dude, now that I've started waking up in the mornings and working out, I can't intermittent fast. I can't do it. I don't feel good about not eating after I work out. I just mentally, I feel like I need to eat, and also I'm just much hungrier. So.
Yes.
Right. That's the hardest part for me because I don't eat in the morning either. And
I don't.
I work out and I run.
Yeah,
And
you
like
do.
today's leg day was the most brutal thing I've ever done
It
in
was
my entire
insane.
life. Then I ran and I was super hungry. So this is why I started drinking it a little earlier because
Oh.
I was hungry. So
Right.
I drank my
Well-
what's it called? Strong Greens.
Thanks
Oh.
for bringing this today. This was nice.
That's
It's a free sample. So
Oh.
hey man, free
Oh.
samples are always great
When
because
are they-
nutritional
when-
products are never cheap anyway.
when is Costco going to start doing that again? Free samples.
Dude, Walmart back in the day,
Oh,
when you could walk in there and get your little pieces of ham.
Sam
Or
still does
like
that.
the
Yes,
jalapeno
they do.
bites. And do you remember when Walmart used to sell lobsters?
They had a tank.
Yeah, the lobster.
Yeah,
They
I
had-
remember
yes.
the tank.
If you thought
E-Dubs
He
had a
said,
lobster
remember
tank. I
when,
thought.
like
I remember Walmart
he's
had that.
older
That was-
than we are. Like,
that was
remember
like
when?
that was babysitting in Walmart. I spent hours at the lobster tank as a child.
What?
My mom would be shopping. I'm like, can I go to the lobster? Because it's like a mini aquarium
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Walmart, and they're just walking around. Their little pinchers are all taped together.
Yeah.
and so that they're just on top of each other. What happened to the lobster tanks?
Well, I don't know. I don't even remember when it stopped.
Well, it's at the same time the lobster tank stopped is when they quit. They took all the McDonald's out of
Yeah.
Walmart's. That was also
True.
super cool. Union
Yeah.
City Walmart had a McDonald's and a lobster
did.
tank. I only wanted to go to Union City Walmart growing up.
Well, they had to eat fresh, so they updated them to Subways.
Oh,
True.
They do have
McDonald's is too
Subways.
fatty.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. Well, that was random.
Bad
Subway's
move.
pretty fatty too. Though.
I mean,
So I was
it's
about
a
to say,
loaf
you
of
can
bread.
you can
just
have a
ate. How is that
horribly
not-
false
high
advertisement.
calorie count meal at Subway,
Thanks,
just
Jerry.
as much as you can at McDonald's.
Yeah, those wraps they have are like way high. In
They're
fat,
1,000
way-
calories.
they are
Ridiculous.
Terrible.
Yeah.
One
How much
meal.
ranch do you want?
It's
Ranch.
a good- we have a good house dressing.
Yeah.
Good house sauce.
Good honey mustard.
How many chicken tenders do you need in that? I was like 4 chicken tenders. I mean,
great.
it's you cannot slather something in ranch and expect it to be under 1,000 calories. Have you looked at the back of a bottle?
Absolutely, you
One
cannot.
tablespoon is like 130 calories. Well, you just had
Tablespoon.
Yeah.
the tablespoon.
Tablespoon.
That's
Hey.
a serving size.
We go with the light ranch at my house.
Light.
We like the light ranch. Do not ever try fat-free ranch.
No.
It's the worst. I would rather drink this every day than have to taste
Oh,
fat-free ranch.
no doubt. No
Anymore.
doubt.
It's really genuinely one of the worst things I've ever tasted in my life. It's horrible. Don't,
I've never had it.
don't ever have it. It's not.
Is it
even
watery?
Dude, I don't even know. It tastes like expired ranch dressing. Is what
Yes.
it tastes like. I don't.
It's like
It's
ranch with
ranch-
stevia.
Ranch without flavor.
Yeah.
It's got flavor. It's got bad flavor.
It's weird. It's weird. It's like
horrible.
aspartame.
Oh,
I don't,
that's
yeah,
funny.
I
like
Diet Coke is
aspartame.
way better than fat-free
I
ranch.
hear it's great for you.
Shout out to our Isogenics crowd.
Especially
I
your
like
brain.
aspartame.
Mark, what do you do?
Um,
Did you like that
Yeah.
transition? Hey,
I
let's
dig
go
it.
this
Segue
route.
straight into what do you do?
Besides having beautiful hair and a great beard and a beautiful family,
he's
and a
mane and
perfect
tail for the
life,
hair. Mane and tail.
Besides that,
You can't
What
see it,
else
but there's
do
a
you
rat tail back here. So yeah, what do I do?
what don't you do?
Well, there's a lot more that I don't do.
Yeah, you're not a major league baseball player. So
would have loved to have been.
Did you play
I was-
baseball in high school?
I was a catcher.
I knew
yes.
it. You look like a baseball player.
Was a catcher.
Did you ever
but-
throw anyone down at second?
I've got all the bases covered.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You have someone
Yeah.
down at first?
Yeah.
You threw someone down at first
Yeah.
as a catcher?
You just lead off a little extra, and I'm coming at you.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Did you ever tackle?
Aggressive.
Did anyone ever try and tackle you?
I was a small guy. I really was. Like when I hit junior Babe Ruth, I think I may have been 100 pounds my freshman year of high school. I was a small guy. Still am, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
You're an average guy. You're not small. You're not like a giant.
But I felt like I had to overcompensate. So like anybody that ever let off, like you do like the double
Yeah.
pump at them
Yeah.
or something like that, get them to
Absolutely.
come back. So yeah, I did that.
Talk to players while they were batting.
I did. I was a really bad trash talker.
love that.
I love trash talking. And it wasn't like your mom or anything like that.
Your mom. Hey,
Your
dude,
mom
mom's
goes to
in the crowd.
college.
She's so bad.
So your mom was in a bleacher. She was eyeballing me. No, I didn't do that. But like, I would make note of like, I'm like a detail person, so I would make note of like a previous game. Like maybe I didn't play in that game,
Right.
And like they were playing another team, and I'd make a note like, "Hey, I saw you got gunned down the other day. That was pretty nice."
Dude, that's
And-
awesome.
and
good.
just poke at them. So yeah. But when I got into high school, I gave it up. I played golf in high school and enjoyed playing that. But I gave it up. I started working. Told my parents I wanted to pay my own way,
wow.
and that was dumb. I should have let them pay the way for a while. But
Absolutely
yeah,
should have.
lesson learned. Can't go back. But yeah, it was
Cool.
always fun back then. But
Well,
so
what do you
I
do? What do you do now? Yeah.
I have the shelter insurance office here in town. That's my baby, other than my daughter. But that is like my work.
That's my baby. I also have a
the
kid
thing that pays
She's
the
okay.
bills. My daughter doesn't pay bills. My work does. I've been doing that for 8 years, and then I linked up with a partner, and he and I have own a little commercial property together, and he and I linked up with a third guy.
Yeah.
And we bought a promotional products business. So,
Which is, okay, commercial property would be like you're renting out a space to a company.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then,
In our office structure, the McKinsey Business Center, we have an accountant, an attorney, me, an insurance agent, an investment broker, and our promotional products business is housed there as well.
what is a promotional products? I know what it is, but in case someone who doesn't.
Like, we basically take your brand and we can put it on anything you want to put it on, whether that's
Gotcha.
wearable items like hats, shirts, stress balls, pins, pads.
Tattoos.
We actually have done temporary tattoos for a restaurant,
Shut
and
up.
the owner of said restaurant, I'm not going to name any names here.
It's a good restaurant, though.
I know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, the owner of said restaurant actually told us she ordered 1,000 temporary tattoos. She said that if she'd actually prefer her waiters and waitresses to get the tattoo on them permanently, not just temporary. Like, make that sort of a commitment to have their
What?
logo tattooed on them. I thought it was insane. I
Who
love the
is going
intensity.
to do that?
No one. I don't even think that said business owner did that either. So,
Right.
but yeah, that's some of what we do.
We're probably going to make our church leaders start doing that from this point forward.
It's a pretty snazzy logo you got there.
Yeah, a little overflow
Yeah.
stamp.
It's a dedication to the brand. You gotta live the brand. You have
No
to
tramp stamp. We have the overflow
We have
stamp.
the
That's
overflow
right.
stamp. You
That's
put it
right.
anywhere you want, as long as everyone can see it at all times.
Yes, it cannot be hidden. It must
Yeah.
be.
The
out in the
Kool-Aid
light.
just wasn't enough.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oof.
now
We're gonna
you
need to get
have to
tattooed.
literally get a
The
tattoo of our
Kool-Aid
church.
was
or you
not
can't
enough.
come. That's a lie. You can, and don't ever quote me on that.
Yeah.
So.
They use a lot of sugar in the Kool-Aid.
So what made you want to, Josh? Man, I'm talking so much right now. So please jump in here and take over at any point. You know Mark a lot better than I do, so I'm asking these questions because this is literally what I want to know. When did you decide, hey, one business isn't enough? I need to have 4 or 5
Ugh.
different things under me.
God.
Like, how did that process? I mean, did it just fall in your lap? But for all of our other entrepreneurs out there looking to make a dollar.
One, I'm not scared of being dead. That's a big
Nice.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I think there's always a vision, and,
Sure.
and the vision is always to be progressing.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't think that you can have your mind on many different things, and some of it comes down to timing. And I think with some of the ventures that we've looked at, especially with my partners, I've partnered up with people that are one, I feel like they're pillars in the community. They're
Right.
great people, but they also just have great ideas. And it's not that you always agree. We always agree like what we should do with the business or how we should move it forward. I think it's more of we all have an idea, and it's finding that common ground to say, this is what we want to do. How are we going to get there?
Mm-hmm.
And just sitting down and discussing it, and then everybody dedicating their time to that.
Right.
It's literally just time. But I mean, I still the older I'm getting, the more I take time out. I don't.
Absolutely.
I cannot stay wrapped up. I did when I first got started in insurance, I did the going in before I would come in at like 7 or 8, and I would work till 5, and we were grinding. I
Right,
mean, it was
right.
just me, and we were, grinding it out. Well, then at 5, I would go and work at my dad's barbecue place.
Oh.
So then I would work at night, and I would
Right.
do that. Me and my wife were just newly married, and it was hard. I know it was hard on her, but I was like, I'm going to make this work.
Yeah.
So we were making very little money
Right.
at that time when we
Right.
first got married. So, and we had bought a house like 2 or 3 months before that together, and then got married, and then went down that road. So, I just always see a vision of success. It's not always easy, and it's not always how you planned it. And I just,
So
I pray a lot about it.
for someone looking to start a business, be an entrepreneur, anything along, would you say that the most important thing that you've done is team yourself up with the right people?
Yes, that is, I would say 100% one of the best things. If you're going to be in a partnership,
Right.
is knowing the person you're going in with.
Right.
Just because you're friends and just because y'all are like-minded does not mean it will work.
Right.
Yeah, that's very true. I've seen that.
It cannot. Some of those dealings are you're so much alike that you're going to butt heads,
Right.
and that's not necessarily bad, but it always will result in one of two things: something very good or something very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's good. So I had a question for you. I shot it to you yesterday, and
yes,
yeah, and I want to hit on this because we do ministry in McKenzie. I live in McKenzie. I want to see McKenzie grow and do great things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, obviously, I know what I just said doesn't usually happen in small towns. Grow
Right.
and do great things,
Right.
obviously, because nobody wants to grow and do great things. And even talking with your partner Johnny the other day, just about like some of the ideas that we talked about and discussed, things that get shot down because people will drive to another town and support something and not support it here. And so, what are some things you as a business owner here in town? What are some things we can do to make McKenzie more attractive and be better? Like,
I think it really starts with us, the small business owners in town or the community in general. And we need to just embrace our own community. We have a great community here. We really do.
Yeah.
We have people that love people, and they love to see success.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times we focus on the negative stuff,
Right.
like, business isn't great right now. I live in a small town. The economy's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't. You have to tune that noise out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be. I think you have to be the person that actually pushes forward through this kind of stuff. I know there's people that, I'm not going to do business with them because they don't like them personally. You have to take that out.
Right. Right.
We're in a community together. I'm going to support whatever business is coming to town as long as it's, morally and ethically okay.
Yeah.
Per my standard. I don't know who else's standard that would be, but it's my standard. But I think just supporting local business, supporting our county, keeping our business local. I know that's harped at a lot, but it's really being intentional about where you do business at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because there's a ton of offerings here. We don't have like some of the fast food chains that some people are like, oh, I wish we had a Taco Bell, or I wish we, but we got a Maria's and a El Vallarta. They sell tacos.
Right. Right.
They sell whatever you want.
They sell steak and bacon tacos.
And they're amazing.
which are on fire, by the way.
Tacos El Pastor.
Yes. That's
I mean,
that's good.
Tacos Mexicanos at El Vallarta is amazing. Have you not had that? That's everything.
That is every taco you can think
Yes.
of. Every kind of taco.
Or
Yeah.
chicken, cheese, and rice.
That too.
Can you
Nobody's
go
ever
wrong?
had that.
No. But
It's a secret menu item.
but there's tons of things here, and I guess it's mainly I take things a little to heart because my dad is a small business owner in town. Right. I've lived here almost all my life, all but about maybe like 5 years.
Sure.
So I've lived, I think, in every house in McKenzie too. I've moved 26 times in 36 years. We calculated that up, and
How many times?
26 times.
I thought you said
In
10
almost
10
36
to
years.
6
That was my
times.
wife's
No, you
childhood.
said 26
26 times, and I've only lived out of McKenzie twice. So I've lived in
That
24
is
different
insane.
homes in McKenzie. So, I mean, if anybody ever tries to say, I don't love McKenzie, I do love McKenzie. I love this community. I disliked. I don't like using the hate word, but disliked. I lived in Bradford for a minute, and then I lived in Milan.
Okay.
That's where actually my wife and I bought our first house. Was in Milan because she worked in Jackson. I worked in Jackson at the time, AT&T, and shout out to AT&T. Still have your services. But yeah, I love this town. I took an opportunity to leave AT&T, had an established position there, to come back home. And when an opening came up here, I jumped all over it about 8.5 years ago. So I was
dude,
proud
so
to come back
you've
home.
been back for a while then.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
That's
So-
awesome. And I know I haven't lived here very long. I haven't moved that many times either.
Oh my, dude, there's nothing I hate
Yeah.
more than moving.
Yeah, moving sucks.
Oh, I hate.
I don't want to move anymore. Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of over it.
Me
Yeah, I
either.
think 26
I'm-
times.
Yeah.
would
I'm over
make
it.
me over
That
it.
sounds like my wife's childhood. Her dad built houses, so they moved all
My
the
dad-
time. Like,
my
build a
dad did
house, sell
too.
it, build a
Very few
house,
things
sell
I've
it.
done 26 times.
That's kind of where I get. I think that's where I get my restlessness. My dad has done a lot of things. He built houses for a living as well. He and my granddad.
Okay.
So I think that's where I may get a little bit of my restlessness. Like I want to do things.
Mm-hmm. Do you like constant change and like things being different, or?
I don't know. I'm a creature of habit,
Mhm.
but I don't like being stagnant.
Sure, I get that.
Good habit.
Those are two different.
Yeah,
things.
good habits.
Those are two
Good
different
habits.
things.
That's the best way I could probably
Mhm.
put that. But yeah, that's yeah.
Because good habits can push you forward, and bad habits can keep you stagnant.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Like, for sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. So, and I was even thinking yesterday when I asked you that question, because I've had a lot of conversations about that. And there are certain things that do annoy me about small towns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why we have a dog park. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even understand how that even happened. I'll drive by and see those things. I'm like, why do we have a freaking dog park? Why don't
Yeah.
we do something different?
We'll
Like,
take Ziggy down there.
yeah,
Right.
I don't like Ziggy. Like, I don't even like my dog. I don't want to take Ziggy down there. I just want her to leave me alone. And see, he said it like that. Like, to draw empathy for Ziggy.
Aw.
100% sympathy for the dog.
Yeah, because I'm not nice. I'm not a good dog
Yes, you
owner.
are. Yes, you are.
I'm not a good dog owner.
I mean, they're fed and he gets to roam.
Yeah,
So-
she does get to
Yeah.
roam.
Or she.
She's not.
Yeah,
At least
she-
you don't leave her in a cage all day long.
Exactly.
Or
I know.
something. I mean,
Unless she makes you mad.
well,
could take her
then
to the
she
dog
probably
park,
deserves
though.
it, but-
As a reward.
Discipline.
I can't.
Or the splash pad.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I don't mind the splash pad.
Yeah.
Kids
I
get to go.
I
That's
wish
fun.
people would dress appropriately there. That's all I
Ooh,
ask.
yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, keep your shirt on.
Keep your shirt on. Don't wear the thong stuff. Like
Oh,
those women
please
trying to be all
don't.
Please.
Sexy. Like nobody
Not
wants to
at
see
the
that.
splash pad.
No, my 6-year-old's like, "What's that?"
The
I'm like,
only-
that's a butt, and it's all of it.
The only
There
caboose I want to
always
see is the one parked right next to the splash pad. That's the only one I want to see. Is the caboose.
Wow, that's the only caboose I want to see.
Is the one right next to the splash pad. I mean,
There's two, right? There's a real one and a wooden one. There's a little wooden train.
there is a wooden
Shout out
train.
to Monica
Yeah.
for the wooden train.
It's the only caboose I want to see.
There-
Man, that's such a great
It is-
one-liner.
It is a great, it's
Well,
a great one-liner.
But there should be a dress code there. And I mean,
A sign,
Yeah,
yes,
a sign.
a sign that says, "Hey, in case you don't know
keep your
what
pants on.
appropriate attire is for
Keep
splash
your
pad."
pants on.
Wear your
All women that
jorts.
have wear them. Just
Yeah.
cut some pants off. Like
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. Those Jinkos.
Yes,
Jinko jeans.
trim them down a little bit.
Jinkos. Wide leg.
Put
Pipe.
'em in
Lee
some cargo
pipes.
shorts.
Yes. I'm going to bring back Lee pipes. That's what I'm going to do for McKenzie to make it better. Bring back Jinkos and Lee pipes.
Do it.
Oof.
I'm down. I don't know where you'd buy them.
BF Factory Outlet in Union City. That's where I used to buy my
Oh
mine.
man, is that
You remember
still
that
a
place?
thing?
I don't know. I don't think it's.
I don't think.
I don't think.
I don't think
it
it's open
is.
anymore.
I think
But
it's
you
shut
remember it?
down.
That may have been
Yeah.
before your
That
time.
was
No,
the
no, no, I went to
creepiest
that- Wow.
place ever.
You're a little young.
I am, but no, yeah, I went to VFX. It's just like so random out there, like across the street from the old Goodyear.
Yeah.
And you have to
Yeah.
turn down there. The only thing I ever remember about it is I don't even know what stores we would go into, but it was I only went there if I was shopping for something formal, like
Oh,
to get
yeah.
a tie or something
Mhm.
like that. But I would always get a Yoo-hoo. They had a
Ooh.
drink machine where
With
you could buy
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoos in there, and so I always got a Yoo-hoo when I went. I was young,
Water
young.
and chocolate.
Oh, chocolate water.
It's
Yeah.
horrible. Okay, quick question. Another random thing.
Let's hit it.
Do you guys remember chocolate soldiers?
Yes.
Dude, where did they go? How
I
did
don't
we
know.
somehow replace chocolate soldiers with Yoo-hoos?
There's a mural of it in Gleason.
what?
There's a mural, a chocolate
Where's
soldier.
that at? I've seen it.
It's over.
by the old grocery store.
It's well.
What?
If you come into Gleason from Crestview, I'm gonna throw out some figures
Crestview
here.
Motors.
And you come in by the Little General.
Mhm.
You go straight past it, like you're gonna go towards like the old ballpark is right there on the right.
Where the lumber company is.
Where the lumber company is on the side of that building, I want to say was the Chocolate Soldier
This
logo.
is the most Southern conversation
Yes.
If
Yes.
you just take left
My
right
fa-
at the
yeah.
old tree
By
that got hit
the
by
li-
lightning with the old
little-
lumber company, and then Crestview, but then you
It's
take
not
a
little
circle
Right
Gen-
past the cemetery.
Take a circle
where my
beside
grandmother's
the
buried.
little general. Well, then right there on the other side of that wall,
It's Little Gentral, by the way. It's not General.
little general.
Little Gentral.
You go by Little General, there's a little meth house right there on the left.
Yes.
Right. The other day,
It blew up 2 years ago, but they still using it.
I was driving by JJ's Quick Mart in Martin, which is an
Yes.
old little gas.
Yes.
It's not even technically a gas station. It's literally just a little food and snack mart now, I think. But my dad used to take me there all the time, and they used to serve like sausage and biscuits, and all the time. I would get a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with a chocolate soldier, and I mean,
Yeah.
it just like a blast from the past hit me. And
Yeah.
I looked them up on Google, and it turns out chocolate soldiers no longer are a thing. They do not exist anymore. They do
I mean,
not
I
make
haven't
them.
seen them in a
They-
while.
They
Yeah.
sold them out, and so now all we're left with is Yoo-Hoo's, I guess.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
kind of like Pepsi Clear.
yeah.
Oof.
I don't even know what that is.
Karo syrup is
It
what
was
that
the
is.
thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's clear Pepsi.
People go
Oh.
bananas over it. Like when it comes back, they go bananas over it.
Pepsi
I'm like,
Clear?
it's
Yeah.
just
It was
Pepsi
just clear Pepsi. Very interesting concept.
It's the same
without
taste.
it's without the diabetes, right?
no, it still has diabetes.
Okay.
It's got the same taste?
Yeah, very similar.
How is that possible?
It's crazy. It was a very weird
Diabetes.
it was like Pepsi Sprite, but it was just I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly Pepsi's
It's like if Sprite and Pepsi had a baby.
But it was all white.
It'd be-
it
it'd be
just
like-
only looks like
all-
Sprite.
all clear.
And
If we want to keep
acts
it in the
like
Pepsi team, it's Pepsi and 7-Up probably, maybe.
Sorry. I
Or
didn't-
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist. Yeah,
Ugh.
gross.
When Taco Bell started selling Sierra Mist, that was the first time I had it, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is horrible.
The
It came from a
black.
hospital.
They
Yeah.
quit.
Fresco.
Really?
Ooh,
Remember Fresco?
Fresco.
The
Yeah.
Hospital? Tasty.
At the same time that Taco Bell quit selling or started selling Sierra Mist, they also had Wild Cherry Pepsi, which changed my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved Wild Cherry Pepsi.
What was
Yes.
the Mountain Dew they have there?
Oh, Baja Blast? dude?
Yeah.
Baja
You know,
Blast.
it was
Code
made-
Red.
They made Baja Blast to taste better with Taco Bell food. Did
Really?
you know that?
No.
That might not be a fact. I heard that.
Remember a guy that went to Taco Bell one time?
We're at the drink machine.
Manager.
Yeah.
I did hear that it was formulated to taste
Oh,
better with
that's
Taco
so
Bell
funny.
food, and I must say it does taste great with Taco Bell food. What doesn't taste great with Taco Bell
I
food?
mean,
But-
that.
that you're right. This nasty green stuff
That-
does not taste great with it, but
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did.
It was
Yeah.
good. I drank it
Yeah,
all.
I mean, it's not.
It's
not
handle
awful.
it, but I will never enjoy it. There's a big difference between like deal with and enjoy.
I just felt better. Like I just had that all those essential vitamins in my system the rest of the day. Like I needed that, and
So
You needed
I
it.
probably need to drink this then. I
yeah,
didn't realize I had
It's a
essential
superfood.
vitamins. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it
a
was just
superfood, man.
I thought it was just nasty green stuff, dude.
Well,
You're
it's
doing
that
this to
too.
torture us.
It's doing that. It's that too. Like I'm getting down to.
It does have organic wheatgrass in it.
Oh,
So
well, there it
that's-
is.
That's it. That
tastes
is
like
it.
clippings from where
Has-
I mowed.
Alfalfa grass in it as well.
So much grass.
Alfalfa. How is that beneficial to you? To just
Wheatgrass, barley, lemon, some other word.
Barley, more-
kale,
yeah.
bitter melon.
I got the
grass.
Oat.
What is oat grass?
More
I've never
grass.
heard of that. And some other words I can't say, so I'm not even going to try.
Is this
I don't
gluten-free?
I don't want to give anybody like a plethora
Yeah.
of reasons.
Plethora.
Plethora of
Have
reasons.
you met plethora?
My wife heard that the other day, and she was convinced. She was like, "Did Josh know though that that's not how you say it?"
He does
Because
know because I gave
she
him
didn't-
so much
She
hate.
didn't catch that like we actually did say the word plethora,
Yeah.
and so she thought we made fun of it, but that Josh was still he never realized why we were making fun of it. I was like, no, I think he got it. I think he got it.
I think I was coming home from vacation, and I immediately sent him a picture of an elderly lady and said, "Hi, my name's Plethora."
You did.
I did.
Yes, it was a picture of an elderly lady
Ugh.
named Plethora.
I,
Miss Plethora.
This plethora.
she's new to the
Plethora.
Bridge Club.
She was a music teacher
Yeah.
Music teacher.
at school. Did y'all have music teachers at school?
Yeah,
Elementary?
mine was a guy with, ironically, a really long ponytail. We were talking about this earlier. Yeah.
Tony
Wow.
Tony Little, is that what his name was?
The Gazelle.
No, he was a good music teacher.
Tony Little. Yeah, I knew it was.
But I had him my senior year, because my senior year I realized I wasn't going to go to like an accredited university.
Yes.
And so I immediately dropped out of every hard class that I had that like put me in Tennessee Scholars and stuff, because if I lost the Tennessee Scholars scholarship, it wasn't going to matter because I wasn't going to go to university for 2 years, so I was going to lose scholarships anyways. So I was like, bump this. I'm not taking all these hard sciences.
Yeah.
So I traded all my hard science and math classes for music history and like a
Good call.
spreadsheet class, and it was awesome.
It's pretty cool though. We didn't have music history.
Music history was
in
fun.
Green Vegas.
We didn't,
I learned
well, I
the
had it in
term
college.
score, like a movie score. I didn't know what that meant until I got to music history.
Wow.
So
Hey, shout out to Miss Haney. Miss Haney that's still I think she's still teaching here at McKenzie. She turned me on to Kurt Franklin.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
well, okay.
And-
I'm going to be inappropriate. You said, shout out to Miss Haney. She turned me on. And I was like, what? Where is this going right now?
Two.
Shout out to Miss Haney. And then you said to Kirk Franklin. I was like, wow, that took a really, like, that took a different turn. We went
You
from
know,
she turned me on to, like, Christian music
like-
icon. Kirk
Like,
Franklin.
you know.
I know. I totally
When-
know what you were saying, but it just caught me off guard for a second.
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
a pause.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pause
you
break.
gotta Stop it.
It's okay.
There.
It's pause for dramatic
What
effect.
was your Kirk Franklin
And-
song that got you? Do you have like a memorable moment?
It was like the name of the song just escaped me, but it was like Stomp, was it not?
Yeah, I'm
think
pretty sure
is that
that's
the
a
name of
song.
the song?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm behind. Honestly,
she would
I'm not good
she
on
would make
gospel
us
music.
stand up on Fridays, and actually like in sixth grade, you're in that awkward stage of
Totally, where you want to make
of
everyone
being embarrassed.
feel like you're cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and you're not. You're,
no
you're super
sixth
awkward.
grader's cool.
And so it was like she would make all of us stand up, and like they play the song super loud, and you'd have to like stomp when it says stomp, and you're like looking at people
What?
across the room, and
That's
you're just like laughing, like,
awesome.
"Oh, I'm so cool. I'm not gonna do it." And then she just kind of, you know, she gives you that look, and you're like, "Yeah, I better get to doing this."
That's not what any of my music classes ever.
Yes.
I learned how to play the recorder really terribly, and then
Elementary school.
in music history, we had these big, huge drums in the back of the class because that's where all the band stuff was stored. So we'd take our little erasers out of our pencils and we'd throw them as high as we could in the middle of class, and then they'd hit the drum and they go boom.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, "Who did that?" And that was about the most exciting part of music history. So
That's funny.
that was about it. But
My music teacher was Margie Seal.
did you just look that up on Facebook?
No.
Okay, I was like, you were over there looking something up, and you're like, my music.
I was gonna try to find the Kurt Franklin song, and I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
It must be way back in the.
It's way back in his time.
So
Margie Seal.
Margie Seal, Miss
Was she
Seal.
good?
Yes, we also had a Echo Box. If you got in trouble, you had to go to the Echo Box.
Did you like sit in it?
Yes, there was a desk in there. And it was in the classroom, but it was a big box,
It's-
wooden box. So you would actually go in there, and you would sit in this Echo Box by
I
yourself,
had a teacher that did something similar.
and you were just like
Yeah.
you were still in the classroom, but you were in a box.
She still teaches.
No,
She was arrested.
got to be dead by now.
She
I
was.
don't think that's.
She
we
was
understand.
like, she was.
I was hoping
70, and I
arrested.
was
Rest
like,
in peace.
But yeah, sorry.
Well, when I was a kid, it was a little different. Like punishment was a little different.
Totally.
Like,
Well,
oh,
I-
it was
I had
just
a
carry it in
teacher-
the hallway and whip you. Like just
yeah.
and
It was
then-
extremely different.
with their hand across your face.
Yeah. My mom would
They
bring.
just punch you. They can only beat you
Yeah.
up.
I had a
I'm telling
teacher
my
who,
mom.
she had a box like that. I can't remember what she called it. It was either called. This is gonna sound so, but like the shame box or
the
the
shame box. Way to crush
I feel
souls
like
there.
That's what it was called, but it was an
Plethora.
old. It was an old refrigerator cardboard box that she cut out a
I
hole
thought.
wow.
in.
See, you
and had
paused
to
in
sit
and
in.
said old refrigerator, and I immediately thought she just tossed
She
you an
made
old
this
refrigerator.
I went to South Fulton. You guys have no idea.
Get in the cooler.
Get in the freezer. It's like,
Puts lotion on.
Jeez.
Yeah, Miss Seal had the box. I had to be in the box once or twice. Not as many times as some of my other classmates, but
that's a pretty intense little punishment there.
it is
Box.
because everybody's looking at you, even though you
People
can't
ever
see
write
them.
stuff on the inside of the box. Like,
Yes,
I'm sure.
you had those kids.
Josh
Yeah.
is stupid.
Stephen was here.
Yeah.
Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
Tucker.
Wow.
Stephen
Oh,
Tucker.
wow.
Shout out to Stephen
Full
Tucker.
name.
Yeah, I think he lives around here actually somewhere.
I think
Stephen Tucker.
Josh Alicia Crawford was written on. I think that's what was written on my.
Hey, you and Alicia, didn't you date in high school?
At 14,
Oh, yeah. So yeah.
right before the last
That's a
Christmas
thing.
that I had at my house in Greenfield before we moved to McKenzie for a summer. Random enough. Lived
For a summer. Y'all
Yes.
summer in McKenzie. Okay.
We did because we had sold our house and it took us a while to move to this other house we were going to buy. So we had to live somewhere else for a few months, and we lived in McKenzie by the old driving range where Webb Storage is.
Yes.
So we lived there, but we dated. It's really funny. My grandmother was still alive. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and so it's a really funny moment though.
Why did you smile?
Because, well, it's just like it was just a funny moment. We were at my girlfriend then, Alicia, was at my house, and we had everybody over at my house, all my family eating dinner, and my grandmother started singing like during the prayer.
Oh.
So she started like humming a song. I'm like, I had to leave because like I don't handle like sudden
No.
things like that at
No.
all. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Josh will leave you hanging. If something funny happens in front of you, he's just like,
I'm out.
"I'm out, bye."
Because I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
And like nobody
Yeah.
needs to see that. Like it needs to
Or-
be private.
Yeah.
And I can't. I've tried to control that. There's just there's no controlling
There's just
it.
sometimes you can't.
And it's all the time. If something happens in front of me that's really funny, like I'm gonna help you up
Yeah.
if you fall, but I'm gonna be laughing at you
Right.
the whole time because I can't help it. But yeah, we did not long. It was just a few months, but she left me for some other dude, and
Alicia.
but we laughed
He's about
about
to change his Facebook name back to Josh Palmer just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
it. No, it was fine. It was
we're-
sad. I listened to Boys to Men on the way home after we broke up. End of the road, because it was the end of the road.
Wow.
Yeah, it was because they had the
Yeah.
Beatles song on there yesterday.
Well,
as
clearly
well.
it was a
Ooh.
good enough relationship that years later you thought, "Hey,
we were
had some fun
friends
then."
we were friends after I got over the initial heartbreak.
Yeah.
And we were still friends. And then we got married years later. It's good though. She never would have been able to make it through what was Josh after that.
No.
the dark years.
Yeah.
The dark years. That could be a DVD set. Josh.
Volume
The Dark Years.
18.
I'm related to some people who went through the dark years with Josh Crawford.
Yep.
Actually. So, yep. I got to hear about Josh's dark years before I ever really even knew Josh that
Yep.
well. So,
That's true.
but
We've
all,
talked
all
about
good
that.
stuff. All good stuff. I mean, no one ever dissed you or anything like that. But
Yeah, they did.
it was the septum piercing that I heard about more than anything.
I just heard about this.
Yeah,
Yes.
the septum piercing.
Yeah.
I actually I got kicked out of my house for that one.
Ooh.
Because
Let's
it was,
go.
I had a plan, and it was funny. My dad called me on it when I got home because I brought a friend with me home, to lessen the blow.
Yeah, bad idea. Bad move.
It did not at all.
Nope.
He even called me on it. He's like, "You think bringing somebody with you is going to make it not
Yep.
as bad?" He's
Yep.
like, "You can either take that out of your nose right now, or you have to leave." And I was like, "Well, I'm out."
Dang. Over the
But,
nose
like,
ring.
I was 21.
Sure.
I mean, come on, it was time.
It was time.
Like
It was time 3
it
years
was time.
before that.
It was time to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So it was. Then I went and made a bunch more mistakes and learned a whole lot more about life. So
I think sometimes we have to do that.
yeah,
That's it's
absolutely.
necessary.
Yeah, it's so
For
necessary. Because at 18 or 21, we all think we know
Oof.
we know so much,
And, yeah.
and we don't. We haven't
I,
really nothing.
I have a first when I got my first tattoo. That was it was like the same thing. My dad always said you'll never get a tattoo while you're under my roof. Well, first thing I did
My
when
favorite quote,
I
under my
moved
roof.
out was I moved out. I'm going to go get a tattoo. Well, 6 months later, I had to move back home. So then I spent the whole summer trying to hide a tattoo, burning up hot, working outside because I worked with my dad.
Oh,
So I was trying to hide the thing the entire time. He knew about it.
No.
He just let me do it.
That's how. That's
Like-
how.
where's the tattoo? Like on your shoulder or something?
I've got 3 on my back. So
Oh,
they're
nice.
nothing like crazy, but yeah.
Sick, dude.
No satanic
It's like your
symbols.
it's like your name. In,
No.
What is like your name in Hebrew?
I love oat grass and Japanese.
It's definitely
Across your
not that.
back. I love Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Lived in 26 different houses.
I do love Mackenzie. What can I say? So
I heart McKinsey.
yeah, I heart Mackenzie. It's actually the outline of the Carroll County. So and then it has a little star where Mackenzie is.
Oh, that's great.
And
A
it says
gold
I
star.
love
A gold star.
A gold
That's
star.
even
That's
better.
awesome.
That's great.
I mean
Just state flag.
I'm dedicated.
That's so good.
I think I have the county bird tattooed on my hip.
What is the county bird?
We don't have a county bird. We have a state bird, but yes,
What's the state bird?
Ooh, random fact. What's state tree? I know it.
It's a is it not?
Dang.
Tulip poplar.
Tulip poplar. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, man.
Why do I know
I have not
that?
taken like
I care
History.
0
yeah
about any
You
of that
need to know that.
information.
state bird.
That was on test. Like, how was that?
The
gonna help me?
whippoorwill.
When we had 4th of July celebration at our church, I had to go buy a shirt because I don't have anything that's patriotic.
Because you don't care about our country.
I'm just not
Clearly.
patriotic.
Wow.
Like, I don't know why. It's just not something I care about, like the dress.
I'm one color away from being an American flag.
I didn't even wear red, white, or blue on that
Well,
day. Technically, I wore like a more of a green.
You were.
I have
it was
my
a tank top that you gave me,
It was,
but
it's
I
not-
did wear a little hat with a flag on it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I do have these. These
This
are my
is-
Mike Tyson shorts that
those
have
are cool.
USA.
USA.
flag on it. So way to go, Josh.
Yeah. Good job, guy.
So patriotic.
Yeah.
It matches my Deftone shirt.
do we have any more entrepreneur questions for the legend himself, Mark
Oof.
Anderson?
That's high praise.
Give us
but
a
man,
leadership principle, man. What have you learned being an entrepreneur about leadership that you would share with us right now?
Oh.
Like, give me something that, especially working
still
with
learning.
friends. I know, but you're working with your friends who are also your coworkers, your co-owners, all those things. You gotta operate all those things in a business fashion too. So,
Yeah.
what's a big leadership principle you practice all the time? That's good.
I don't take myself that seriously because my opinion is not the end all be all.
That's good. Cool.
Because I think if you cannot listen to constructive things, constructive criticism, or of yourself,
Yes.
and, I mean, you almost have to point the finger at yourself a lot of times and
Yep.
say, okay, am I helping this business, or am I helping move this forward,
Right.
or am I holding it back because I'm not willing to maybe find middle ground with my partner,
Yeah,
which
that's
I'm
good.
I'm very fortunate that my two partners in one business and the other one is just me, so I can fight with myself, and I find myself fighting with myself more than I do them, because
yeah.
I'm like, I know I should have done that better. I'm more hard on myself than I am
Yeah.
partners, but my partners are great influences for me, and I find myself as anything to do with leadership. I think you need to have mentors, and you need to have people that you can lean on. You're not in this by yourself.
No.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
There's
good.
people to hold you up, and whether you feel like you're in this on your own or you're in a sole proprietorship and you were the sole person that works it day to day, there's no one that cares for it more than you. There's still other people that care about you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're going to be there for you regardless. So whether they're
That's
your
good.
partner or not, always lean on somebody and get somebody's opinion,
Yeah.
because you're not I'm not the end all be all, and I don't want to be. I love hearing what people say, whether it's good or bad.
That's good. dude.
You have to have thick skin some days, and then
Yeah.
some days you're like, oh, stop, quit, quit.
yeah.
I know. Keep it coming. But yeah, that's not. I don't have I'm still working through it.
Sure.
Like, I just hired somebody for the insurance side of it. Just hired somebody, like, he's been working for me part time for a year, and things are actually getting really serious. Like, he's getting licensed. He's got his property and casualty license, and now we're working through life and health right now. So he's going to be selling, and it's letting go of those reins. It's kind of tough because
Yeah.
my name's on the door.
I know.
Right.
It's like when
right.
you let somebody else have
Oh, dude, I get
your
it.
baby. For
I
a minute.
promise. I get it. Anytime we have someone speak that's not me,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just on edge the whole time. 'Cause I'm like,
It's-
what if they get up there and say something that's just so off?
Crazy.
Color.
It's
or
that
what-
parent that
Yeah.
takes their kid to the babysitter for the first time,
Yeah.
and they've spent the last 3 to 6 months with them, and that's all that child knows, and that's all you know. And you take them and you drop them off, and you're like, oh, I hope they're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel
Yeah.
now. But I feel like some relief. I left for vacation and gave him the reins and said, you deal with it. If you need me, call me.
Yeah.
And he did. He killed it. So
Yeah. Most of the time you learn, I feel like it's very true in church. This culture especially, we've seen it here a lot. You learn the more you empower and encourage people
yes.
and let them own it, they just go for it, man.
Yeah.
People surprise you in a lot of good ways.
Yeah.
Sure, man, they can mess up, but that's just par for the course. So do I. I mean, I make
Right.
plenty of mistakes.
Right.
Daily.
But being able to not harp on that and being able to just be okay with it sometimes. I think people grow a lot faster that way. Just letting them go with it, letting them have it, letting them go. I think that's good. And that's good leadership. I mean, you just have to do that.
Yeah.
But it is hard because we want to control everything. We want to make everything move how we want it to move and not any different. But what you said was good about being self-aware and like being able to just ask yourself and ask somebody else to look at it and give you opinions and stuff like that. That's great, dude. That's awesome. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. What a fun one today.
We've
had so much fun.
It's been
I've enjoyed it.
The most random podcast and most of that's my fault. It's like, oh, hey, entrepreneurship. Chocolate Soldier, actually, is what we're going to be talking about.
Well, I knew it couldn't be that serious if y'all were asking me to come on.
So much fun,
so
man.
That's why we asked you to come on, dude.
You're
fun.
It's just fun. We've just had a good time today, man. That's what it's all
enjoyed it.
about.
Great.
You don't have to. This is not a leadership podcast. We are
Absolutely not.
We
I'm
like to have
definitely
fun.
not a leader.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, you are a leader.
You are. Everyone's a leader.
Yes, everyone's a leader. You're always influencing somebody.
That's
Everybody.
true.
Ooh, dang, this is a leadership
I didn't know.
podcast. Look
Preach.
at that.
Preach,
It
my
is.
man.
It is a leadership podcast. It is not. We're kidding.
But it
We
is.
want it to be.
You're leading someone. Did you just throw that at me?
This is a leadership podcast.
I can't stop drinking this
For
stuff.
some of you, it can be like, this is how I never want to lead.
Right. You'll learn one way or the other.
Yeah, you either learn to be like us or not.
Yep.
You want to have fun going down in flames, however you want to do it.
Yeah. I suggest do that.
We have a plethora of ways you can do that.
Learn from the best.
Yep.
And hope you enjoyed this podcast today. Brought to you by Bear Performance Nutrition, the green drink.
Bear Fitness Performance.
Bear Performance Nutrition. Nick Bear, look him up. He's a cool dude. He's a beast. I want to be like him at some point. I probably won't ever be like him, but I would love to. It'd be great.
No.
You might.
If he drinks this daily, I don't want to be like him.
We will see you next week.
Like, share, subscribe. Everything else that you're supposed to do to help our algorithm.
Please.
Do it all. We love
see
you guys.
Peace out.